different IR here. Pedal reverb. Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Thursday, April 9th, 2026. Hey, there's the beginning of the show clinker already. Hey, Canute, how are you, buddy? You're always right here on time. Thanks, bud. So this is my white relic Strat that you guys know really well. There's nothing Fender left on it except for the wood. Literally everything else has been changed. It's a great guitar, though. It's a 1960 relic made in 2004. But I've changed everything on it over time, you know. Hey, Basil. Yeah, UA, they're IRs, whatever. It's fine. As soon as I get a real shop, we'll be playing live, you know, like actually mic it up. So this is the Marshall 412. I think this is some Fender. It's just so much reverb. But the problem I have with this aux box, as you guys might remember, this is on loan to me from Sheryl Crow. And I can't get into it. I literally probably have to go to UA and have them reset it. Luckily, they're here in town, so I can do that. But... So I can't adjust anything on it. Hey, Phil, you did make it. Right on. Good to see you, buddy. So today is fun. I just got in my Ron Ellis. Hey, George. You're mirrored. Oh, no. Am I mirrored, really? Hold on a second. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Let's try this. Does this change anything? Because now I'm backwards on the screen. I don't know why this is. Tell me, is that better? This is a new little glitch that StreamYard has. Oh, I can't believe it. Hi, Christopher Mono. How are you, buddy? No change. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Let's try this. How about now? I have to go in and set this differently every time. 56 amps, right, yeah. Did that change anything? Is that better? You said done, Phil. Does that mean good things? There you are. Okay. Really frustrating. Sorry, guys. You know, I come from the software business, so when I see software just doing arbitrary, dumb stuff, I get a little annoyed. I used to be in a software business, and I led development. And, hey, David Hunt, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Long time no see. Yeah, it just pisses me off. Anyway, nice Ron Ellis, 1964 Strat pickups. He makes 64s and 57s, and then he's got a 50-60 set. Trigger old hippie. Yeah, triggered a hippie. Yeah, I know. I mean, I was in the software business. I got trained at, you know, up in Washington at Microsoft. And there's standards. Like, you don't release software that does this. You go through a QC process that weeds it all out. So I got my Monterrey here. I got just a little bit of hair around it. I get so many complaints that I never play clean. So I've got it where I can play clean, and if I lay into it, still not dirty, but it's good clangy Strat sound. So these pickups are like what I consider to be Ron's premier Strat pickups. They're the 64 set, so You know, you're getting right into that SRV John Mayer thing. Now, he told me, he warned me, these take a few days to break in. They might be a little crispy and sharp right away. And I think I only have about an hour playing on them. Hey, Scotty Bratcher, how are you? We got a good crew in here today. This is nice. So it's fun, and I haven't really adjusted them yet. They need to be adjusted. I can hear that the low strings on the neck pickup are a little boomy. But so maybe later I'll go, I thought I had a screwdriver here on my desk, and I was going to try to adjust them live. And you guys can give me feedback, better, worse, you know, eye doctor stuff. And I can't find my screwdriver that was here, so I might have to jump up here in a minute. If maybe I get my daughter to bring me a little Phillips head. Anyway, these pickups are just it, man. I've been wanting these for so long. I think they're just sublime. I think they're great. So if you go to Ron's website, you can see the 64s. Every position sounds like I want a Strat to sound. That's position 2, position 3, right? Position 4. Position 5. Sloppy shit. It's got that thing, but they do need to be adjusted. And according to Ron, they do need to break in. So, you guys get to do that with me. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. The marquee is off to get a master voltage upgrade and then off to its new owner. This amp I'm actually selling too. I just got to put knobs on it, and I have the knobs right here. I just haven't put them on. Putting on knobs is a little annoying if you've never done it. So it's a little tiny hole, and the wrench doesn't always fit because there's other stuff in the way, and it's something you got to be calm and patient to do, which I'm not at the moment. I get excited to come talk to you guys. Man, if these are going to sound better after they break in, I'm going to be thrilled, because to me they already sound great. They are a little crisp. I can tell they're brand new. They need to settle just a hair. Those pickups are so expensive here in Sweden. Yeah, they are kind of expensive. There's a reason for that. What has to break them in? No, they're not potted. I think it's just the winding has to relax a little bit. You know, when you first make pickups, the winding's very tight. And Scotty, that's funny. It's the windings just have to relax. They need to vibrate. David, I'm glad you came by. Thanks for saying hi, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're well, buddy. And your brother too. So Scotty says you're making a list of amps you have to bring back even longer. Well, this is basically the Stone Pony, only with 6v6s. There's a few little changes, but nothing, you know, it's 97% the same amp, right? So technically, if we're making Stone Ponies, we could make Monterreys, I think. I really like this amp. And I'm trying to play clean, because everywhere I go, people always do the thing, you know, where they're trying to be frank with you, but they don't want to hurt your feelings. And I never get my feelings hurt, so I don't care, but and I went over to see our brother, our family member, Michael DeTemple, last week, and he goes, "Hey, listen, so yeah, it's a stock Monterey, Christopher. That's right, you got it." He goes, "Hey, listen, I don't want to be like rude or anything, but your guitar always sounds so buzzy and dirty when you play." I go, "Yeah, I'm playing. Michael plays really clean, like all the time." And I go, "Guys really like the distortion, and so do I, actually." But he goes, "Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't hear your guitar." And it was very sweet. And then a couple other friends have said the same thing. So today we're just going to play clean. We're going to work on breaking in these new Ron Ellis pickups. Let me tell you about why they are expensive and why they're ultimately not that expensive. Yeah, it's a little boomy down there. I could tighten that up, and that's just adjustment. I don't have a screwdriver here because I'm a dumbass. I meant to bring one, and maybe I'll run and get one here in a minute, but sounds good to me, though. So why are Ron Ellis pickups so expensive? Pickups sound great. Oh, thanks, Mike. Need a pair to compare with all my Fralins. Yeah, that's right. Fralins are great pickups too, man. He has to pay those bestial virgins to wind them right, exactly. Deep from the jungles of southern Mexico. No, so Ron's history is really cool, and I hope you guys, I need to get him on the show or go down there and do my show from his shop again. Hey, Tom, how are you, buddy? Oh, fiction playing rehearsals. Hey, say hi to those guys. I want to come see you. What's the deal? Love fiction playing. Seriously, tell everybody hi. See if they need amps. We can bring amps to play. Anyway, so it's my business partner, Tom Sarowski, right there, everybody. Say hello, Tom. Hey, Tom. And then, say hi to the guys in fiction playing. They're all really good. A really good band. Anyway, so Ron used to be like the equivalent of sort of a nuclear physicist. And on his job, one of the machines that he used to use on a regular basis is a spectral analysis machine, which if you're not familiar with a spectral analysis machine, it can tell you at an atomic level what things are made out of, what you're looking at. You put something in a spectral analysis machine, you get a lot of crazy information, right? Ron's also a really good guitar player and sort of a guitar collector. So what he started doing was putting old pickups in the spectral analysis machine. And so he learned a lot of things about old pickups that heretofore, I've been waiting to use that word, heretofore nobody really knew. They just guessed. So he nailed it. So, for example, when you say Alnico 3, what do you think that means? Everyone goes, well, it's aluminum, nickel, cobalt magnet. 3 is like the Gauss level. Okay. But that's like saying my car is a 6-cylinder. Doesn't really tell you that much about the car, does it? Is it straight 6, V6, turbocharged, carbureted, fuel injected? These things all make a difference. So Ron figured it all out. And one of the things he figured out was like how much aluminum, how much nickel, how much cobalt, and then also how much carbon contamination is in there. And from there, you can extrapolate at what temperature the magnets were cooked at. Because back then they didn't have computers, overhead cams, double overhead cams. Exactly, Bill, you're following, buddy. So Ron figured all that out, and no one else knows that. They just call him a supplier and go, hey, I need some A3 magnets. Which is fine. There's guys making great sounding pickups. But Ron has his own formula, and he has the magnets made, right? It's kind of expensive. Man, if I could only play guitar. These pickups sound ridiculous, and they're not broken in. Anyway, so he makes pickups to actual correct original spec. One of the things, there's some mythology in the pickup world. A lot of guys think it doesn't make that much difference. That, you can get really close, and you can, just using off-the-shelf parts. You can get really close, and you can make great sounding pickups. Ron has a bunch of old guitars, like 50s and 60s guitars, especially Fenders. He loves Telecasters, especially, but he's got some old Strats and some old Tellies, and they're all different. And so he has reference material that most people don't. So he has the magnets made to this crazy spec. There's some secrets he told me, and I don't know if I should be sharing it or not, but I thought it was amazing. One of which was 50s pickups are not actually Alnico pickups. Put the set of my okay, all right, great. So cobalt was radioactive, is radioactive, and in the 50s, radioactive material was heavily regulated because of the Cold War. Those pickups don't have any cobalt in them. They're just aluminum nickel magnets. So when somebody goes, I got a hold of a 59 Les Paul or a PAF pickup, and now I know how they're made. Well, you don't really. You have an approximation, which is cool. I think I've told the story a few times, but I'll repeat it just for those who haven't heard it. I'm good friends with Seymour Duncan, right? And Seymour Duncan learned how to make pickups from Seth Lover, the guy that invented the humbucker, right? He has Seth Lover's actual winding machines in his office. And if you go there, he'll make you a pickup on Seth Lover's machine, which he did for me. It was amazing. But he asked me, he said, hey, let me make you a pickup for fun. I was up there with my kids. We had a great time. I made a broadcaster pickup that Mike Franciscini still uses in his guitar. He loves it. Anyway, Seymour said, what would you like me to make? And I said, well, make me PAF, of course. He goes, yeah, but what kind? I go, 59? I don't know. I'm an amp guy. He goes, yeah, but what kind of 59? I go, I'm sorry, I don't follow. He goes, I've identified 28 different kinds. 28 different recipes for a PAF. Some of them are A2 magnets, some of them are A3, some of them are A5, some of them are A4, which technically doesn't exist. It's like degaussed A5. Some of them are scatter wound, some of them are not scatter wound. Some of them have different magnets in different coils, where it'll be A3 in one coil and A5 in another coil. They're different kinds of wire. It's all enamel wire, but sometimes they ran out of whatever they're using, so they just use whatever they could get. Sometimes the wire changes midstream. You can see it where they ran out of wire on the spool and they used some masking tape to, marry a new wire strand on and keep winding. And he goes, they all make them sound different. So Ron's gone through that too on his humbuckers, and he's put them all through the spectral analysis machine. So from that, Ron has figured out, sort of at a higher level what the recipes should be and how they affect you as a player. That's what you're paying for. It's a lot of research, a lot of development, and very expensive materials. The other thing, lastly, that makes his pickups expensive is he runs a really above-board shop, which is not very usual in our business. He has a very nice, clean, modern shop. It looks brand new. Everything's clean and nice. Everyone there has healthcare insurance. Everyone there, I think he has a 401k going for them. It's the real deal. Now, in our business, most places are little tiny sweatshops where there's no benefits and nothing. You just clock in, you clock out, and that's it. That's the way you get cheaper gear. And someone else pays the price for that. So that's what you're paying for with Ron's pickups. Now, let me tell you why they're cheap. so much I'm distracted. Hey, Bruce Egnator. Hi to you too, buddy. Everybody say hi to Bruce Egnator. Hope you're doing well, Bruce. Rob Price says, love the Antiquity 2 Surfer Strat pickups. Yeah, Seymour makes a lot of good pickups. Even the singer in the band heard the difference when I started using the Strat with him. And oh, that's cool. Yeah, if the singer notices it, you know, something's up, right? Bruce, thanks for dropping by, buddy. I always like seeing you when you come in. Don't stop. So anyway, that's what you're paying for. But let me tell you why they're cheap. Because really, go back out of phase thing again. Which one, 4 or 2, Phil? No, they're just the regular 64s, Christopher. We do have releases coming, Christopher, and I'll tell you about that here in a minute. Something just got delivered. Here's 4, Phil. Anyway, so I'll give you the example of why they're really cheap. So I have Ron Ellis humbuckers in my yellow Les Paul that you guys know. And we're actually going to swap them out with a Peter Green pickup. So anyway, before I put those pickups in my guitar, I probably had spent over $2,000 to $3,000 swapping out pickups in that guitar over and over again. So, Fred out, nice, Dan. When I got his pickups, I was happy. I didn't need to buy any more. And I think I'm going to be that way with these. I replaced a really good set of pickups in here, and they're from a friend who I really, consider to be a good friend. So I kept them in there for a long time out of loyalty for the most part. I just wanted to try these pickups, and I didn't have enough money to buy another guitar. So I'm sorry I had to displace the pickups in here. But you don't buy any more pickups. So you can go broke buying $300 sets of pickups. Or you can buy one of these and be done. They are expensive, though. I think the set's $900. I got an industry deal on it, but... I still think it's money really well spent, although it's a lot of money. It's credit card money. It's not cash money, that's for sure. So I certainly understand why you would be hesitant. Oh, that's right. You're in Augusta. I know I have the scoreboard right here on my phone. So far, it looks great. Let me put my glasses on and you see the updates. Oh, Rory's at 5 under now. Oh, and Scheffler's at 3 under. And, all right. Yeah, that's good. Looking good. I wish I was there, man. That's really, one of the other guys that's here all the time, Axel Inman. He works for Titleist, and he's at all these tournaments. He's there just hanging out with the Titleist guys. You, man, to me in my ears, that sounds really good. Pretty musical set of pickups. Going to hang with John Daly this evening. He's a hoot. Man, tell him hi from me. I actually played golf against John Daly in high school one time. For 1 year, he went to school in Jefferson City, Missouri. High school, right? I'm sorry, I'm digging this. This sounds great. I just got a little echo and a little bit of verb on. Are you at the tournament, Mike, or are you just there in Augusta? Oh, you have a combo there at home. All right, Christopher, thank you. Got to bounce. Have a good afternoon. Thanks, George, for dropping by, man. I appreciate your time. Not today. I see it. But are you going to the tournament, though, Mike? When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the stack. Slide, excuse me. Saturday. Oh, that's good. Take some pictures. Send them to me. When I go for a ride, I get to the bottom and I see you again. Yeah. Do you know what you want me to make you? I can't sing that high, man. Let's see me put on a little climb here on the clean bit. Well, that works. Let's try a little rat pedal, see what that does. That's pretty good. It's got a good, like, Tom Petty vibe, right? Let's go without dirt boxes. Mike, if I reimbursed you, would you get me a souvenir from the tournament? You know, we can talk about it offline. And if the answer is no, that's fine. You got stuff to do. You don't be shopping for me, but I really like souvenirs from golf tournaments. And I've been in the lottery for the Masters for a decade. I can't get tickets. Pickup. And just middle position. I think I can dial these in a little better. They're pretty darn good. I don't know if I'd really change anything, but play around just to make sure. You got a few hats? I usually grab a bunch for clients. Yeah, I would love a hat. I have kind of a big head. But yeah, I noticed I have some fun hats this year with the names of the holes and stuff on it. But, you know, just we'll talk offline. If you're okay, I'll Venmo you right when you're there. You can message me from the store and go, hey, how about this one? It's $38. Like, all right, yeah, I'll Venmo you immediately. Problem is then you're forced to ship it to me, which kind of sucks. Maybe I'll just buy it online. Don't worry about it, Mike. I won't put you to work like that. Dang, I like these pickups. It sounds like a 64 Strat. I used to have a 65 Strat. Sounded just like this. Sold it to one of my dealers. Dutch guy named Robert van der Ende with Max Guitar in Holland. Yeah, Rob, the Red Llama's a nice pedal for sure. So many harmonics there. I mean, it's on the bump, but there's like no gain. I've got it really just chilled out. I can go even chiller. I'm gonna go super clean. Like. Who wants that? Mom just makes it alive. Much more fun. Are you in the normal or full range mode? I have the bump on, and the little gain switch is on over here, this one. And then the bump is on right here, but it's on a very low setting. You know, I'm just barely bumping it. To me, it just makes the amp sound alive. You know, goose it a little bit. Good quack in there. It's weird playing in an office chair. Like there's armrests on this chair, and it messes me up. Yes, the plus switch, Christopher. That's right. Yep. Most welcome, Christopher. Yeah. Where are you, buddy? Where are you in the world? Spelling of your name makes me think you're in Scandinavia or Germany or Holland or Denmark. South of Sweden. All right, there you go. Are you close to Stockholm? Man, I'm just playing cowboy chords because the damn thing sounds so good. And that just works. Got a feeling inside, can't explain. That was an early Strat, that record, on the rhythm part, and it's a Rickenbacker and a Strat. And guess who played the solo on that song? A young studio musician in London named James Page. His friends called him Jimmy. Man, I love these. Sorry, I'm not getting paid to say this, by the way. You see that high end's a little bit crisp on there, and I think that's just what Ron was talking about. They need to relax a little bit. Also very heavy-handed and or heavy pick, so you get a little bit of fret noise there. Sorry, my vocal mic is picking up fret noise off the guitar. And these are nickel strings too. Regular, you know, just nickel wound strings. Would be brighter than this. I can take a little treble out of yeah. Let's go just a little bit, because I know it comes across a lot brighter there. Sound right. This sounds like an old guitar now. Oh, you have the Ventura also. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate your business, man. Anyway, you asked what's going on with 65. It's actually, we're rolling. We have contract manufacturer online. We're this far away from having a finalized price structure on it. Just got to sort out a couple of small details like cabinets and stuff like that. Speakers, what are they going to cost these days? You know, that sort of thing. So we're rolling. And as soon as we get that nailed down, we're going to start making amps. I'm just going to do a run of 20 to begin with. I'm going to sell some direct. If you guys want to buy from me, you can. I'm going to also get my dealers back open. The price will be the same no matter what. I'm not going to undercut my dealers. Otherwise, they have no reason to do business with me. But if you don't have a dealer, like I won't have a million dealers to start, right? So if you don't have a dealer near you, you can just call me. I'll sell you an amp. But we're going to just start off making little Elvis heads and stone pony heads, and I should have 112 cabinets and 212 cabinets available. It's going to take a while to get up and running. I'm hoping to have them on the market by June or July. I think that's realistic too. I don't think that's optimistic at all. We have some prototyping to do. You know, I need to bring old amps. I need to go to this place, and we're going to put old amps and new amps side by side, make sure they're correct. And that takes a minute. You guys might have heard that I'm really picky. All right. I used to have a dealer in Malmo. I can't remember their name now. Yeah, have them call me. Any dealer, international, local. If you have a local dealer, all you guys, if you have a local dealer that you think we should be in, please let them know. Like, contact Dan Boul and tell him you want to start carrying his new amps. The pricing is going to be pretty good. It's really hard for me to get used to the new world. Amps are expensive. Music Affair, that's right. Yeah, those guys are really nice too. I really like those guys. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I spoke with them, like over 15 years, I think. Super guys, like nice musicians, gentlemen, very fun, smart people. So yeah, please let them know. I enjoyed them a lot. What's going on at the Masters here, Mike? Let's have a look. Oh no. Oh no. I got my glasses all cattywampus because of my headphones. Sorry. Oh, Scotty Scheffler's at 3 under. Roy's at 5, almost done on the 18th hole. 5 under. Tied for the lead. Dang. You know, guys, I kind of have a golf problem. I'm not really into golf culture so much. You know? I just love the physics of the game, and I like hitting things. One of the things I really dig about golf is it's sort of the last gentlemanly game. Like, it's the only game where you call penalties on yourself and all that stuff. Thanks, Christopher. I need to put my son to bed now. Okay, well, tell him good night for me. And I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming here, and best to everyone in Sweden. I need to get back there. I haven't been there in a long time. My dealer that I had in Norway sadly passed away. You probably knew him, Arne Hast. And so he was my connection into Scandinavia. So I need to figure that out. Maybe our friends in Malmo can help me. Wow, I play guitar like shit. Adjust this pickup. That's how you do it. You sit and play until you go, oh, wait a minute, there's something. All right, I can get that out. Hey, Joe. Sounds good. It needs to be adjusted, but the bass tone of it is just superb, man. Yeah, that's really cool. So, and then Scotty Bratcher says I need to keep making this amp. And then we have prototypes. You're familiar with the main prototype I was working on, the high current, low voltage thing. So we're gonna make a few of those. And then I have this little tiny amp that I have yet to show you guys. I'm trying to keep wraps on it until I get sort of the thing finished. Good Tom Petty, right? Baby, let's go to the cabin down below. Thanks for dropping by, Phil. You've heard the most of it. We're down to this casual chit-chat part. Don't sell your playing short. No, I'm just rusty. Great time tone. Always appreciated, pal. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, no, I'm just rusty. I've been playing a lot of guitar lately because I have my business hat on. So just so you guys know, like, I'm back in business. I have an LLC. The website has a splash page on it right now. I got the domain back. I'm just out here working on hitting this lotteries. If you hit the lottery, you can buy half the company for a really nice price. Anyway, I got an LLC up. The website is coming. There's a splash page there. If you go to 65amps.com, there's a splash page there that just says we're coming back. Working on that right now with a web guy. I got my employee identification number. I got my reseller permit. I have my business insurance. All that kind of stuff. So I'm legit again. Yeah. That's it. Oh, sorry, I played like shit, sorry. I was born with a plastic spoon in my mouth. The north side of my town faced east and the east was facing south. 'Cause I'm a substitute. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. It just sounds like an old guitar. It's making me play old stuff. I love it. It's really, really good. To quote one of my Australian friends, Ron Ellis, you're a genius. My favorite quote. One of my Australian customers liked his amp so much he yelled it over the PA system. Had a sound check that I was there. Dan, you're a genius. All right. Thank you, sir. Good on you, mate. My Australian accent's insulting, I know. That's not a knife, Bruce. This is a knife. Hopefully there's no Australians here because they're all throwing up in their coffee right now. But anyway, I got to run here in a minute. So I thought I'd come up with the end of the show like pattern. I don't want to say tradition, but a new thing. Called Let's Ask Dan. Could be anything you want. It says a little boomy right there. I can get that out. I can adjust that out. But Ron says I got to play it for a few hours, maybe up to like 5 or 6 hours before. If I adjust it now, it's just going to change, right? Sounds like an old guitar, doesn't it? Dang it. This is good. I wish I had a big loud Fender amp and I could just blast in here. Coming soon, once we get the shop, we'll be able to play. Actually, I got a friend here on the corner who's a really high-end studio guy, composer, who ADHD. Ask Dan his disposition. There you go. I'm down, man. We all have a little touch of ADHD, I think, especially as musicians. Normal people don't do this. Normal people are happy and content, and they don't have a hole in their life to fill with a guitar. Who's making the best tubes these days? Good question, Basil. I love this. Let's ask Dan. I'm going to go ahead and shut the amp down. So thank you guys for your time. I'm thrilled with these pickups. Next week, let's dial them in together. I'm going to break them in over this week, and then we can just dial them in. Let me put this away over here. Sorry, over on the Fender section. And then, so Good question on tubes. The tube world has changed a lot since I was doing business. I still really like JJ's for power tubes quite a bit. I think they make really nice power tubes, and all of their tubes can take voltage. A lot of other companies' tubes, you have to be very careful about the voltage you put on them, or they won't work right, or they'll just fail. They'll wear out really fast. Sometimes they'll just pop. JJ's don't really do that. You can put a lot of voltage on them, like their 6v6s especially. Is there a specific amp you're asking about, Basil? Um, but their 6v6s especially, they're basically, to me, they look like little 6L6s. Like they took a 6L6 plate and just stuck it in a little bottle. They sound fantastic. I think they sound as good as any old, black plate RCA 6v6. Now, other 6v6s on the market do not sound as good as old tubes. Same with their EL84s. Their EL84s sound as good as anything ever made. And they don't last as long as old tubes, but they're cheap, like $35 for a pair, a match pair, something like that. It's not bad. Pretty reasonable, especially if you call my friend Marty at ARS in Van Nuys and use my name, he'll give you a good deal. He's a longtime friend and client, and I've been a customer of his for 20 odd years. So, as far as preamp tubes go, it really seems to be a moving target. I'm about to buy some EL34s, 5881s, and KT66s. Yeah, there's some good Chinese STR, special tube runs, for all those that are really good. As far as EL34s go, I like the JJs again, and the 5881s, there's some Chinese ones. I order them from Ruby Tubes. And so a lot of the Chinese factories now are getting really good. When I kind of did the license deal in 2013 and handed over production to somebody else, the Chinese tubes were not consistent. Some of them tasted. Some of them sounded great, but they weren't reliable. You get a good batch and you get a not so good batch. It was kind of a moving target, which you can't have that when you're in production. You have to have stability. So the Chinese stuff are making, Chinese factories are now making tubes that are pretty consistent and pretty good. I thought I'd never say that, but it's a fact. They're doing great. Basil, where are you in the world? Are you in the U.S.? Your name makes me think your last name is Tiffany. Are you in Italy? Um, and I'm sure it's Basil instead of Basil, right? So if you're an American, it wouldn't be Basil. But oh, you're in Chicago. Oh shit. Okay. Um, so ARS Electronics, if you just Google it or go into Yelp, ARS Electronics in Van Nuys, California. I don't have Marty's phone number here, but I'll just post the. If you just Google this, um, Google what I'm about ready to post right here. Um, it's Marty's the best. No one tests tubes more thoroughly than Marty does, and he cuts you a good deal. Use my name. Tell him I sent you. He'll give you a little better deal. And I don't mind you using my name as long as you're nice to Marty. I really, really like Marty, and I consider him a friend. And he will be good to you if you're nice to him. He's not like a soup Nazi or anything like that. He's a businessman, and he works really, really hard. And yeah, call him. So the thing to talk to Marty about is he has his ear to the ground on what is currently out there that's good. And it changes like every few months. He knows, oh, the current run of whatever tubes from this supplier are not very good right now. It's almost like when you go to a butcher, like, hey, what's good? Oh, I got some filet mignon that'll set you free. Or a greengrocer, like, you know what, the tomatoes don't look that good this week. I'd move on, that sort of stuff. Marty is that way with tubes. And he's happy to talk. He's a very friendly guy. He's a very talkative guy. If you want to engage him about tubes and his opinions, that I treat as scripture. Like when Marty says it's so, it's so. Um, and tell him what you're working on, and he'll make really good recommendations for you. Even if it's a tube that he doesn't have in stock, he'll say, "Hey, if you don't mind, I'll order it and I'll get it to you in 2 weeks or something." He's that guy. He's really good. And he's been in business. His family, it's a family run business. His dad started the business in the 50s. So that shows you 70 years in business, they're doing something right. But anyway, you'll just enjoy Marty. And please tell him I said hello. But yeah, that's good question, Basil. Um, I have all the tubes like when I was doing that prototype amp and I tried some KT77s and some 66s and some 34s and all that stuff. I just called Marty and said, "What do you got going on right now?" It's like when you go to a sushi place and you say omakase, right? That just means give me your best. Like, and the chef knows what's good today. And Marty is that guy. So he has a really big business doing industrial tubes and broadcasting tubes and stuff like that. So he's not going to nickel and dime you on these are called receiving tubes, or technically. He's not going to nickel and dime you on receiving tubes. Right? He doesn't have to sell what's on the shelf right now to make a living. He'll get you the best stuff. There's a lot of great tube vendors in the country. I love Doug's Tubes. Doug Preston on Long Island is great. Mike Kropotkin, KCA NOS Tubes. I think he's in Maryland. Those guys are both trustworthy and they know what they're doing. I also recommend you call them. They do a good job, especially if you want vintage. If you want, NOS or vintage tubes. There's really not that many NOS tubes around anymore. They're just old. And, an old tube that's down 20% is better than anything made today. So if you find an old Mullard or a Telefunken or Balvo or RCA or GE or, tongue saw, real ones, and they're down, they're only reading 80%, buy it. Those ones that read 80%, you can get those on eBay for $20, $25. And it sounds way better than anything made today. And I have a 50-watt Marshall with Mullards in it I put in 1988. And they still read like 90% because they were probably 120% when I got them. Hey, Charles Olivier, how are you, man? Great to see you. Charles and I went to school together 40 years ago. We went to Musicians Institute, it's easy for me to say, Institute in 1986 and 87 together. Charles, are you still in Switzerland or are you back in France? Anyway, Charles is a great guitar player and quite the gentleman. Hey, we got nice people here today. I too got to leave in literally 2 minutes. I'm glad you made it, Charles. I'm sorry to be short. I hope you're well. And I was just playing my new Ron Ellis pickups, and I'm not getting paid to pump these. Trust me, Ron's a friend of mine, so I like helping him out. But I'm not kidding. These are, I'm going to call him after the show and go, "Oh my God." Anyway, tubes, schmoobs. That's it. Hey, Doji, how are you, buddy? Sorry, I'm trying to catch you about your amps. What are the things to come? Oh, so real quick, I got to leave here in a couple minutes. I have a contract manufacturer online. We're going to start off just making a couple of the legacy amps before we release new amps. Just so I can get the dealers back up and running and get back on the radar. I have time to rebuild my website and my marketing and all those things. I'm going to make little Elvis heads and stone pony heads. Right now, we're not going to make any combos. We will in the future. But the pricing on modern amps is unbelievable. So I'm still going to be able to make them in the same range they were before in the twos. But they are going to be printed circuit board now. And we're going to use Hayboard transformers. And then I'll offer you a Mercury upgrade if you want to do that. Transformers have gone through the roof since I last looked. They're more than double of what they were when I did the license deal in 2013. So it's kind of crazy. Still in Switzerland, but I spend 50% of my time on the Côte d'Azur. Oh, you got it rough, man. tell me when you're there. I'll meet you there. We'll drink some wine in the sun on the beach. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to see you, Charles. Welcome, and I hope you're really well. But I do gotta go, guys. It's 1 o'clock. I'm sorry to be short. Oh, something's in my eye. I'm sorry. What a way to end the show, huh? Dan's picking his eye. Anyway, I hope you guys are all well. So we're back in business. I'll be shipping amps this summer. Thank you, Charles. And I'll be selling direct as well as through dealers because I'm not going to have dealers everywhere in the world to start out with. So if you want to buy one, if you want to pre-commit to one right now, if you want to message me, I will give you. Okay, Michael Branson. All right, yeah, we should talk offline. You probably got a blown control grid. It probably usually when an amp pops a fuse instantly, you got a power tube that's blown. If not, it could be a lot of things. So anyway, we'll talk. We'll go through that. But anyway, I'll be making amps. I'll be selling them direct for a while selling in dealers. Same price. There's no discount from buying it from me. So if you have a dealer you'd rather do business with in your neighborhood or your area, please let them know. I will ship the amp to them and let them sell it to you and make money without even them committing to being a dealer. If they want to get their feet wet and see how it goes, I'll make it work. It's fine. Or I'll ship an amp directly to you. It's fine. It's nice having a dealer in your neighborhood that you can go talk to, for support, because I'm not always available for support all the time. I try to be as much as I can, but it's not 24/7. Anyway, I gotta go, fellas. It's been fun. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, red wine and con. Yeah. I've been there. I love it. I love it a lot. Con, Nice, Nîmes, all that stuff. You and I could go get lost there for a couple weeks. I'd be a happy man. I love that a lot. When I lived in England, I went there a few times. One of the most beautiful places on earth with some of the most beautiful people and amazing food. Anyway, I do got to go. I keep saying that, but I do got to go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by to hang out. Let's check out these pickups again next week and dial them in together. I need your help. I want you to listen and tell me what you hear, okay? Sound like a deal? You want to come by and help me? And I'll tell you more about amps at that point. Anyway, call Marty at ARS in Van Nuys, California for all YouTube stuff. He'll take great care of you. And then Michael Branson, just hit me offline. We'll sort this out. I'll probably have to hook you up with Mike. Anyway, love you guys. Mean it. We'll talk real soon. Have fun. It's Masters Week. If you don't care about golf, it's still fun. It's the biggest golf event of the year. Even though the Opens are huge, the Masters is it's like the Kentucky Derby. It's like, even if you don't like horse racing, it's fun to watch. The Masters is on that level, right? It's really great. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week, and I love you.